What is up, everybody? Thank you guys for hanging in here and waiting for us to start. I am sorry. A lot of it was my bad. It was a long day for me. I've got a double stream tonight. I just got home from work, hadn't eaten in a while, a couple hours at least. I think I ate maybe around like 2 or something. So I had to rush home, grab something quick, and then get this thing set up. So I apologize that we are a little bit late. And this will probably be about 60 minutes. I like to keep these around 60 minutes. And if you guys don't already know, stick around because at 11:30, I'm going to go back live again with the boys from Dead Pit to do our annual Vinegar Syndrome buying sale drop, I guess you would say, where we're going to probably spend money that we shouldn't. And everybody seems to like that one. So make sure to stick around here and jump onto that one as soon as we go live at 11:30. So really quick, let me know who is in the house because I'm about to introduce my guest for episode 2 of RAD Company. All right, let's see who is in the house really quick here. I saw a bunch of people popping in. We got Subjective, Perspective, Collective. How's it going, boss? What up? Category 3 in me. He says, vote for Pops. And yeah, we'll talk a lot about that, guys. The YouTuber of the Month contest is about a little less than a week left. So, yeah, we'll chat about that for sure. Ken Carlson, what is up? JS, an epic pregame shoot interview before the big sale. You got that right. We are going to get a nice shoot interview on Mr. Pop himself. Mel is in the house. What is up, everyone? Double live in tonight. Rockstar, yeah, it was a long day, kiddo. I've been working nonstop since time did I go in 8? So it's a long one today. Hall & Oates, Pops. All right, fine. That's giving me a chance to let him in right there. You want him, you're gonna get him. All right. So introducing first my newest guest to RAD Company. You guys know him as Pops Movie Dungeon. I just like to call him Pops, and here he is, Pops.
What's going on, man? What's up?
What is up, man? Welcome to the stream. Crazy, right? Like, you and I have known each other for a little while. We kind of both started YouTube maybe around the same time, and we've actually never done a stream, just you and I, ever, right?
Yeah, we actually, this is the first time. I appreciate you having me on, man. Yeah, I started last July. July 3rd is my 1-year anniversary coming up.
Oh, wow.
So it's crazy, man. Yeah, this is our first time doing a stream like this live. We've done streams with other people, but first time we've done something one-on-one.
Definitely, yeah. And wow, so July, so you're just over, wait, so are you not even a year yet?
No, July 3rd of this year will be my 1 year.
Oh man, you're moving faster than me, dude. Goodness.
Man, it's been crazy, man.
Yeah, I've been doing this since I think October, I think like 30th of 2020. So yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean,
yeah, you got a while on me then.
I do, yeah, for sure. I didn't realize it was that you were that new to the YouTube game, man. And because you've just kind of come out like a ball of fire, dude. Like, you're everywhere, man.
Man, it's been a big surprise, man. When I started this thing, man, I was scared to death. I'm still scared to death to get in front of this camera. But the community, man, it's been great, man. Anytime you got a question or you want to go live or you got people calling you wanting you to go live with them, I mean, it's just a great community, man. It's so easy to grow. As long as you put a little effort into it, it just kind of it's like a wildfire, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, you know what, man? I get nervous too.
So
no, I don't.
I've gotten much better. I've gotten much better than when I first started. I still got the nerves, but they're more controllable now. So
yeah. So let me ask you this. We'll jump to the chat in a second. So guys, please keep chiming in or whatever. So what made you decide to kind of start this up? Because myself, I kind of told this story a bunch of times, is that work just really consumed me for a long time, and which is not a bad thing. But then I had a kid, and that was consuming my time as well. And being a collector of physical media and movie stuff for all these years, I was watching a lot of YouTube and getting ideas on things to buy or things I might needed, or checking out people's movie rooms and being like, oh, that's a good idea. And when I bought this house, I had created this movie room, and the pandemic hit, and it was one of those things where I'm like, man, like, I'm still collecting, but I'm not really even enjoying it. Like I'm putting no time into it. I just kind of get stuff and put it off to the side. And I'm really kind of like losing, not the passion for it, but it was just like, I didn't have a lot of time to dedicate towards it. So when I got a lot of equipment I did work during the pandemic from home, so I had a lot of equipment, and I decided to finally kind of put it, to good use. And that's what started for me. Now, what about you, man? Tell me your story about collecting and what made you decide to do this.
Well, when I started, I got 4 kids. All my kids are grown and moved out of the house. And so I was looking for a hobby. And I have 3 sons and a daughter. And my 3 sons are my horror movie buddies. And they've all either moved out of state or moved and got their own thing going on. And so I was watching these movies by myself. I was looking for a hobby. My wife's not really into the horror movies. And so I watched a lot of YouTube. And the guy that kind of got me into doing this was as you know, Johnny over at Johnny's Boutique Podcast. Mm-hmm. He kept telling me, he says, man, make a video. And ironically enough, it was the Vinegar Syndrome halfway to Black Friday sale from last year. I got a huge box in. He's like, man, just get on there and shoot a video of you unboxing that thing. And so I did it. It was nothing like this. I just had my phone. I had no lights. I had nothing. And it was like an hour video of just me pulling movies out of a box. And I said, the hell with it. I'm going to put it up, see what happens. And when I got ready to start editing and stuff like that, I really felt, this is going to sound crazy, but I fell in love with the editing process. And I was like, this is kind of cool. Then the next week I did another video. Then I did a review video. And I said, man, this is kind of fun. I kind of like this. And, I started getting some subscribers, started getting a little momentum going. And I realized that, I got all these movies that I love to collect. I love talking movies. What better way to do it than this? You got a community with everybody that's into the same thing I'm into. It kind of filled a void for me. I having 4 kids at the house, being busy all the time, and now it's just me and my wife here. And when I want to talk movies and stuff like that, I mean, what better platform, So yeah, man, that's kind of what got me. That's kind of what got me into it, and from there it just started growing. And I never in a million years thought I'd get 100 subscribers. Here I am, bumping almost 900. It just blows my mind. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, it definitely is. And I think what you nailed on the head is the community it's very interesting because it's very welcoming, more or less. For most of these channels, and even channels that you had watched. I'm sure you're doing shows with. Like for me, I'm thinking of the people that I was watching back then. Like I was listening to Dead Pit. They weren't really doing much on YouTube. They were doing like little things here and there, but nothing like now. Piz Owl I was watching on a regular. I was watching Ryan 1988 on a regular. So a lot of these people that I was watching consistently now, Wet Movie, I've been watching him. I've actually, done shows with, and it is kind of crazy to think about. You were once just watching these people, and now all of a sudden you're doing collaborations with them. And you're right, like it's really interesting as well because I think this kind of community group is almost got like a resurgence right now. I feel like there's so many new, up and coming channels that are really good. And everybody kind of says the same thing. Like the last couple of years really got them to start doing this for whatever reason. But I feel like there's a little bit of a boom in, our community, because if you look around and you see who's streaming with who, it's like a big group of people. It's crazy. And like you said, what's kind of cool is that you're doing this stuff and all of a sudden you're getting messages from people wanting you to be on their show. And then you're kind of like, okay, well, I guess that means I'm doing something right here because people actually, give a shit and want me to talk on their show as well. So
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
You kind of feel the same way?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm getting messages, I ain't gonna say all the time, but at least once a week, I'll get a message from somebody saying, hey, you want to do a show? You want to do a top 5? You want to do whatever? And it's like, man, this is mind blowing, man. And not only does it help the channel, but it's fun as hell too. You meet a lot of cool people that have the same interest, and I can talk movies for days. I love talking movies.
And I'm sure you kind of found like I did in a way is that in a world that you enjoyed, that you felt like was very small in your circle, when you get onto a platform like this, you realize like how many other people are like exactly like you.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
And you're talking about the community growing, man. It's funny. The people that do our live streams with us all the time are always in the chat. There's a lot of them now that have started their own channels, and they're doing good, doing well with it, And so it's kind of cool. I'm still the new guy, but it's cool seeing up and comers, getting started and messaging me for advice when I've only been doing this for 9 months now, give or take. So
yeah, no, I totally agree, man.
It
It really is, and it's a great community, and that was one of the reasons too. Is I just feel like your stuff. You've really caught fire. You're on a lot of streams, man. Like your stuff is top notch. It's good quality, and you were definitely one of the reasons. That was definitely one of the reasons why I nominated you as one of the nominees for the next horror YouTuber of the month. So, guys, if you don't know, I'm the current new horror YouTuber of the month, and this month I think it ends next Tuesday, or this upcoming Tuesday is the last day to vote. So if you haven't gone and check out that video, check my videos out. It's going to say horror YouTuber of the month. Then you can go there and you can watch it and then vote for who you think should be the next horror YouTuber of the month. And Mr. Pops is one of my nominees in there. So if you're a fan of his and you haven't voted yet, pop on over there and give him a vote, because we're getting down to the wire right now. And Christian Hanna says, "What is up?" I'm missing people in the chat here. I'm going to go back and just let you know who's in the house here. If there's anybody that I'm not used to seeing. So, Jamie Norwood, what is going on? Bug-Eyed Betty in the house. Let me see what she's going to say here. Oh, thank you. Thanks. I'm looking forward to it. Subjective, vote for Pops. Icon versus Icon. What's shaking? Jason, what is up, man? Alexander Lumberjack is in the house. What is up? Jamie Hart is in the house. What is going on, Jamie? The mayor is here. John Cressup is here. This is like the Foley Rock Sunday Night Heat before the... Hell yeah, man. A main event before the main event. Wow. Now, that's a great compliment right there. Look, we got Wet Movie in the house. What's cracking? What's cracking, man?
He's another one I used to watch all the time, man. What's up, Johnny?
Wet Movie? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny's Boutique Podcast. What is up, man? We were just talking about you. I hope you were in here when you heard it. Jamie says, what's up, Pops?
What's going on, Jamie?
Yeah, man. Are we in the running for, like, coolest backdrops in our videos or what? I mean, look at this, what's going on over here. Look at this. Styling. Man, that's another thing too, guys. Like, look at that background he's got there. How nice looking is that? So sharp.
I just got those lights put in last week. I think last weekend. I just got the lights put in.
Can you show everybody the magic? I'm on like what would you say mine is, like a purpley color tonight? Can you match this?
Alexa, turn display lights purple.
Okay. Look at this guy. Look at this pink guy. Wow.
Alexa, turn display lights red.
Okay.
I'm a geek showing a little bit. I get off on shit like that.
But that's what I want to see. I'm sure everybody was like, whoa. Because I can't change up. I have to use the little remote and set it every time I want to do it. So, yeah, I don't have any of that hooked up. So I assume you're using like those hues, right? Like the
yeah, I got all Philips hues in here. I got all around the baseboards, but I got the thing behind my TV that changes color when I'm watching a movie or something. All the lights match the TV. I got that huge sync box, and man, I tell you what, it adds a lot to a movie.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome. Like, I've got some lights and stuff down here, but nothing like that. Like, if you guys haven't seen, like, you got to go check out his movie room tour. He's got a pretty sick setup, and that's what gets me kind of to my next thing I'm going to talk about. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anybody. Dead Pit's in here.
Somebody in the chat just said I set off their Alexa. Sorry about that.
That is so funny. Kenny's in the house.
What's up, Ken?
Pops, what's up? What's up, Ken?
Yeah, Ken was a big help when I first started. He got me on some of his shows, man, and my subscriber list went up really quick. So I got a big props to Ken for that.
Oh yeah, man. Ken at mid-level is awesome, dude. Like, if you guys don't know Ken, go check him out. He's such a good guy. Helps everybody out. He's killing it over there. Except for whatever reason, he really kind of pisses off a lot of the companies. They don't want to send him his stuff. They hold it back. They let everybody get it first. And then they kind of make him quiver a little bit, and they eventually send it to him. So yeah, poor Ken over there. I don't know what he did to kind of piss these labels off, but Ken. Oh, look at this background. Of course, I had to have this for Pop, man. We're gonna get into that. Let me see. Did anybody check out my Instagram, by the way, while you guys are waiting? Let me know. So here's the big thing is that what do we got, man? Wow, people are just popping in. I'm sorry, guys. Sam's Collection, Howdy Guys, Killing Time. Wait, is Stranger Things tonight at midnight?
Is that really?
Or tomorrow? I don't
know.
Might
be tonight at midnight. I don't know.
Oh, Brian Goes Blue says you set off his Alexa too. Look at you, you're messing with everybody. Brian Trash, where are you from, Pops?
I'm from Florida, North Florida, about 5 miles from the Georgia line.
Don't tell them your exact address because they see all this stuff you got back there. So don't tell them that. Don't tell them.
I got a real good security system. I'm good. I got a couple guns laying around.
So speaking of the system, the security system, speaking of the movie room, speaking of the collection, I mean, man, you've got a lot of stuff going on. And when it comes to boutique labels, one of the big things is that you're trying to really kind of hone in and collect a lot of these boutique labels, like almost into a point of completion on some of this stuff. Now, what are you currently working on? I know Scream Factory is one. Are you also working on things like Vestron and MVD or all that?
Yeah, I got all the MVDs. I got all the Vestrons. I'm literally 3 friggin' movies away from getting all the Scream Factory standalones. And those 3.
Wait. What'd you just say? You what?
I have about 25 movies coming in right now that I'm waiting to be mailed to me, and I have 3 releases I still have to purchase in order to have finished all the Scream Factories.
You only need 3 more to buy.
3 more. And those 3 are ridiculous. One's going for like $250. So what the hell? And so
what is it?
It is Message from Space. It was a Scream Factory like original limited run or whatever.
I don't know that.
But yeah, it's the 3 that I need just happen to be the most expensive. So that's gonna be a pain in my ass. I'm gonna have to just kind of hold out, but it's killing me because I'm so close.
What?
I'll tell you what 3 I still need. I need Lady in White, Message from Space, and the Velvet Vampire. What the hell is that? The Velvet Vampire is going for over $100.
Is it?
Never even heard of it. Yep.
I might have that. I can take a look. I might have Velvet Vampire.
I'm in the market.
I don't have that first one. I do have Lady in White, but I don't know if I'm letting that go unless we get a 4K, and then I'll let it go. I still got about 5 double features and about 3 or 4 box sets to grab. But actually probably about 6 or 7 box sets to grab. But once I'm done with that, I'm totally caught up, and that's just with the Scream Factory and Shout Selects. And the I haven't really bought any of the Shout Factory stuff. I'm sticking solely just the Scream Factory and Shout Select. Okay. Yeah, because I think once you get to that, it gets kind of like the Wild West a little bit. And
no, I did just get Breaking 1 and 2 double feature. I got Breaking and Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. Somebody was selling that, man. I had to grab it.
You got to get that. Oh, dude, those are awesome, man. So, like, what's funny about that is you grabbing all this stuff is, especially going with the Dead Pit guys, like, we were doing like the Scream year 1, year 2, all that stuff. And I had everything for the first like 2 years, and 3, I think I was missing like a couple of those random collabs they did with, I forget who they did them with, another company or something like that. And then as the years start to progress, I start to kind of tail off on what I have. And, they're always busting on me about, all this money, and I'm having all this money, nice house, nice car, right? So
I get a lot of that too.
Busting me about that, the Rolls Royce and stuff. But guys, if you guys don't know the story about Wes and all them, talking about my white Rolls Royce, Mr. Pop over here, man, he outdoes me. So if you go on my Instagram at Born2beRad, you can look. He bought that Rolls Royce for me, and I sent it down to him, and I actually signed it for him. So I took a picture before I had it shipped to him, and it's on its way. So if you guys check my Instagram, you guys will see the signature that I put on it for him. So he's one-upping me in all this stuff now. So there's no more Rolls. It's gone. Pop's got it now. So it's just, he's just living it, man. He is living it. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I posted the picture before I shipped it down to him. So thank you, Pops, for buying that for me. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Gas is crazy, man. I just couldn't afford it anymore. So I appreciate you just kind of taking that from me.
I'm probably going to sell it, buy me a new truck, just so you know.
So you use me just to sell it to get a better truck. I didn't know if you were gonna. I don't know if you were gonna sell it to get a new truck and the rest of those Scream Factory titles that you need.
I might have to.
But what else are you looking to? What else are you looking to get? Like, I mean, so I'm not a completist when it comes to a lot of things, but like Vestron, for instance, like there's only so many, so I'm kind of like, you know what, I can probably complete this. So I've been kind of going after a bunch of those. The problem now is when getting the slips is getting hard, right? So now I'm kind of like,
what's crazy is I got that maximum, you know, as you probably know, maximum overdrive. That's a really hard slip to get, and luckily I got that one right before it went crazy. I probably had it for a month, and I started seeing people on Instagram, you know, just complaining they couldn't ever find it anywhere. And now I see that slip for maximum overdrive goes crazy. It goes crazy money.
Does it
but
really?
to answer your question, the Vestrons, the MVDs are really the only, and the Columbia or Paramount Presents. Those are the only other three I can think of that I have all of them. I thought I was going to do that with Vinegar Syndrome, and I started realizing that most of those movies were ass, and they were going to be a one-time watch, and I was never going to watch them again. So I got a bunch of Vinegar Syndrome. I kind of went into that the way I did Scream Factory. Oh, I'm going to go back and get all these slips and get all this, and I got movies back there now that are just terrible. And I'm in the process now. I'm going to sell some of them because I'm never going to watch them again. Scream Factory is the only company right now that I'm going, like a big company, that I'm trying to be a completionist. The rest of the companies I'm done, and it's too much work, man. Too much work, too much money. I'm still going to buy the Scream Factory stuff when it comes out, but I'm not going to try to be a completionist with another large company like that with anybody else. You just can't afford it.
Okay.
So
I was going to ask because I'm surprised on some of the Vestron ones that I'm missing, and I'm like, why didn't I get that at the time? And like one of them is Beyond Reanimator. I do not have that at all. I don't have what is it called, Dagon. I don't have that either. I was looking at my collection. I'm like, why don't I have these? And I must have just not upgraded because I have them on DVD. I actually do have a Reanimator box set, like Steelbook. So that's probably why I didn't end up getting that one. But it was surprising when I went online to get them. You got to obviously go to eBay because to get the slips. And they're getting pricey as well, those Vestron titles. So it's really interesting, especially because they're so cheap at retail, you know, when they first come out.
Right.
So, but man, that's right on the money with the Vinegar Syndrome. It's too hard to try to be a completionist with that because, like you said, the rewatch value is almost kind of like, well, at least with Scream Factory and Vestron and stuff, like there's a lot of rewatch value to a lot of their titles, where Vinegar Syndrome is kind of hit or miss, right? And I'm sure you were a subscriber too, right?
I was a halfway subscriber last year, and that's the only time I ever subscribed. The first Vinegar Syndrome I ever bought was halfway to Black Friday last year. That's not true. I had three. I had three Vinegar Syndromes in my collection. And then last year, the halfway to Black Friday, I had a box of probably 35 titles. And then I also became a subscriber. So I dropped like $2,000 on that damn sale last year. I'm not doing that this year.
See, guys, I'm not the one. It's not me. I'm not the money bags over here. This guy, listen to him spending grands and stuff, buying cars.
No, I almost got that credit card paid off. I promise you. That was financed. But anyway, you know, this year, like I got the what's it called, the pre-order bundle. I bought that because I had I had the Thriller release from Synapse, and I sold that to buy the Vinegar Syndrome release of it. What'd you think about that movie? Were you a fan? Are you a fan of that movie?
Thriller? To be honest, I haven't seen it in a real long time. I had both on DVD. Like there was like two versions, a red and a yellow. One was like uncut, and the other one was cut or whatever. I've seen it I know it's like the weird, like the bad scene, right?
Yeah, that's the first time I'd ever seen it was when I got it from Synapse. And of course I'm going to go with the dirty version just to see what it's all about. But the way they plugged that shit in, man, was so weird. It added absolutely nothing to the movie, nothing to the plot line. You go and take that stuff out, I mean, it's the same movie. It's just really weird how they do it. So if anybody wants some advice, just watch the regular version. The dirty version, well, watch the dirty version at least once so you can see how screwed up it is. But after that, you're going to just watch the regular version. I really like the movie. I like the look of the girl. I like how you could tell Quentin Tarantino got the Kill Bill vibe, you know, from her for Daryl Hannah's character.
Exactly, and that's when that movie got a real big resurgence. And when I kind of found out about it was when Kill Bill came out, because he had credited a lot to Thriller. So. And they call her One Eye or whatever. So I bought that on DVD back then, and that's kind of when I first saw it. It was the recommendation about, from Kill Bill. I don't know if it was a special feature or they were talking about it somewhere.
Right.
That's where I kind of found it. So it's been a while since I've watched it, to be quite honest with you. I always enjoyed it from what I remember, but I haven't watched my Synapse yet. And I did get the Vinegar Syndrome one too, just because with the whole Synapse deal, like I wanted to make sure I had one. And, just because, again, things like that become rare in time. So I was like, you know what? I'll have both of them or whatever. But I bought the bundle last time for Vinegar Syndrome because it was actually a pretty good bundle altogether with those movies. And the price point was so low than if you were to buy even just like 2 or 3 movies on their own. And that's what's so crazy to me on why they did it that way. And I'm hoping they do that again because, man, what was it? Like $200. And, you try to get Thriller on its own and it was like $60, right? And you're getting like 5 or 6 movies in that bundle. And it's like, why wouldn't I do this? And what else did you get? Like Cloak and Dagger? Dude, that's a great movie if you haven't seen it.
Oh, man, I used to love Cloak and Dagger, man. I watched that thing all the time back in the day.
Heck yeah. So I'm so happy to get that. And I don't remember what else was in that bundle. Do you remember? Off the top
I don't
of your
remember.
Head?
I think there's a couple surprise titles. And I don't remember. I remember Cloak and Dagger and Thriller. I don't remember what else it was. But
now, are we going to find out those surprise titles tonight? Do you know? I haven't really been following it.
I really hadn't either. I'm sure somebody in the chat could probably tell us whatever. But I would think so. I would think that we'd find out tonight. But I'm still relatively new. This is only my second year doing all this with Vinegar Syndrome, and so I pretty much know some of the ins and outs. But I'm definitely not an expert by no means.
Yeah, so I can run through really quick like what we've kind of learned doing the streams and stuff is, you're really got to keep your eye on what's like going down in units, right? So like what's selling out. That's a good way to kind of know what you should grab. To be honest, a lot of the times, unless it's something you really, really, really want, or you have a feeling this thing is going to sell out quick, grab it. But a lot of these just regular titles, you're better off just saying, you know what, I'm going to wait until they go on sale, which is usually it might be about 6 months to a year. And then they're always in. Like tonight, I'll probably buy a couple things that I probably wanted almost a year ago. But, I held off and was like, you know what, these aren't going to sell out. I'll wait till they go down in price and just be patient on a lot of that stuff. And that's kind of what you have to do with Vinegar Syndrome. But there's obviously those main titles. Like, don't sleep on Texas Chainsaw because that thing is going to sell like hotcakes, right? You don't sleep on that. But at the same time, like, you could sleep on like I don't know. I'm trying to think which, like, for instance, I slept on 6 String Samurai, right? I don't expect it to be good. I never even heard of the thing, but it comes in a real nice box and all that stuff. And I've slept on it this whole time, but I think it's going to be on sale tonight. And if it is, I'll probably grab it because I know the boys at Dead Pit want to do a first time like review where we all watch it for the first time. So I don't own it. So I figured if it's on sale tonight, I'll grab it. But man, that thing's been out for like at least, I think, a year. It came out like exactly a year ago. So I remember doing the show, and when they dropped it, we were like, what the hell is this?
What I try to do is as soon as something drops below 1,000 is when I kind of keep an eye on it. If it's something I'm interested in, as long as it's above 1,000, I kind of put it on the back burner and just kind of keep an eye on it. But but it's funny when it gets below 1,000, it starts dropping pretty quick. So
it really does. Like, these people go nuts for it, and we got to definitely keep your eye on it. I think something just sold out, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if I bought it. Was oh my God, if someone knows in the chat, let me know what just sold out that now is going for big money that's been available forever. I have a DVD from Troma. I don't think I have the Vinegar. I might. Something's Out There, I think it's called. I think that just sold out, and now everybody's like bummed that they've been sitting on it for so long.
And by the way, Miami Connection was the other big title. Somebody just said in the chat, Miami Connection 4K. It was a hell of a bundle, man.
Have you seen that? That is so good, man. It's awesome.
It's been a while. It's been a while. I've seen it once. It's been a while, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the music in it's so killer. Wow, so Mel said she picked up 6 String and loves it. Okay. It's a great looking release. I've never seen the movie. I wasn't expecting it to be good, but I'm going to probably pick it up tonight if...
I have it on the shelf for that box, but I haven't watched it yet. I bought it, I think it was last halfway when I got it, and I still haven't watched it yet. Or maybe it was Black Friday. What's up, Huck?
Oh, you're talking to Brian? When is it out? Interesting. Tiger Claws is selling out, says Dead Pit. Good, I have it, so it's...
Yeah, I have that one, too. I also haven't watched it. I got so many movies I got to watch, man. My list is just crazy long.
Oh, yeah, Brian says There's Something Out There is the one that just sold out that everybody's now is like, I can't believe I missed it. And I think I missed it, too, to be honest. So yeah, I honestly, like, guys, I've been so busy with work that I haven't really paid a lot of attention to this Vinegar Syndrome thing. As far as like what to expect tonight, if there's anybody that has like um what they think is going to be released, because last time everybody was guessing some stuff, and I think some people even said Cloak and Dagger, and that was one. So I'm just curious if anybody has any inkling of like what to expect tonight. Let me see what people are saying in the chat. I know. Dead Pit was talking about Scream Factory. Here's the thing. Listen. Listen. I don't. They put out a good product as far as the movies they get, but like, to be honest, there's a lot of things that they do that kind of rub me the wrong way a little bit, and it's kind of been like that since day one, sadly. And I think now, it's not getting any better because, man, like, here's the thing. The bringing everything to 4K and not really doing much else as far as special features is kind of a bummer. Because like the Craft, like, dude, that just came out. Like, in my opinion, like, I think I got that. Like, maybe, I don't know. See, time with me is different. Like, I'm gonna say, I don't even know if it was 2 years ago that hit Blu-ray for the first time. And now the 4Ks having issues, right? And some people are like, oh, it doesn't matter, but I don't care. I didn't buy it, but it's the same thing where it's like, man, if they're going to promote this as a better quality thing, like, there shouldn't be screw-ups. And I saw somebody wrote to them about it, and their response to them was like, well, it's an anomaly. Blu-ray.com gave it a 10 out of 10 or whatever. And it's like, well, then maybe they didn't watch it then. I don't know what to tell you. It was like the way they answered it was kind of like a jerkish answer to somebody that's like, hey, just so you know, like, the bit rate on this is dropped. Like, is there any chance for a replacement disc? And they kind of got like a smart ass answer back. And the same thing too, like, I'll bring Mel up. She kind of posted something about the what is it called there? Oh my God, Happy Birthday to Me set didn't come with slips, right? Like, here's the thing. They responded back, they're not collector's editions. Like, dude, that is the biggest load of crap I've ever heard in my life. You can't say they're not collector's editions just because, like, oh, these aren't collector's editions. Dude, they came with posters. They came with pins. What else? What else would be a collector's edition? The slip that says it on there? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me that they're going to say, oh, these are collector's editions. Like, why? What makes them not collector's editions? Because you said they weren't? Like, it's just weird, right? Like, I don't understand, like, their mindset when it comes to certain things. And I talked about it before with, like, the hard boxes, and then they got rid of that, and they're going back to the regular
that pissed me off.
Then,
I mean, we get Elvira in the hard box. The Halloweens, you got Arrow out there, so you're going to do this to compete with Arrow. I can applaud you for that. And then you just stop doing it. And not only that, we're getting the 4Ks now, and the 4Ks don't even have reversible damn artwork. What got me into the Scream Factory shit was all the original artwork, all the special features, the Horror's Hallowed Ground with Sean Clark, whatever. All that shit was great. A lot of that stuff's not there anymore. We get these 4Ks. If you're gonna give me a 4K and make me double dip, give me some new artwork. Give me some new special features. Give me reversible artwork. Something different. But
I agree.
So, I'm a little pissed about that too, because I got that complete collection of collector's editions with slips. And now, what am I gonna have, a full set of Blu-ray and a full set of 4Ks? I don't know what I'm gonna do about the 4Ks yet. So far, I've bought every one of them. But
listen, I totally agree. Like, I'm definitely at a point now, and a lot of it is, to be honest, a lot of it's space, right? And a lot of it is just time and hassle and money. Like, it's hard because I got Escape from New York. I got a couple other ones, but I mean, that was really it. I just got to be a little more picky and choosy on what I get when it comes to their new stuff. Like, I didn't get Candyman, I didn't get Craft. Like, I think my Blu-rays are just fine, unless if there was something special on there that I needed, I would have bought it. But I got to be a little more picky with what I get now, especially if they're all just re-releases. And I just got the Craft. I just got, what is it, Cursed, and I did like a little review on it, and I thought that was a fine addition. Could we have gotten, would have been nicer if we got all the other versions? Sure, it would have been great. But again, it goes back to the same point. Now, why do we have original cover art in here? Not, and again, that could be pretty nitpicky, right? Like, that could be nitpicky. Sure, it doesn't bother me, but at the same time, it's like their Blu-ray collector's edition format for their system is like, commissioned artwork, but not on this one. But if you buy the poster, you get a commissioned artwork on the poster. Like, trust me, I'd rather have this than that crappy artwork I saw for the poster. I think it's just the point where it's like, you never like. There's nothing. There's no system anymore.
It is.
Like,
it is
whatever,
just the point
right?
for me. It's because I'm so invested in Scream Factory. I mean, just for example, Escape from New York. If I had Escape from New York from another label, and I found out it was getting a 4K, I'd be so jazzed that it was getting a 4K because I love that movie so much. I wouldn't worry about the fact that I already had the Blu-ray. Okay, I'm going to upgrade it. But these damn collector's editions I got back there, you got that artwork. You know, they were worth so much money. I worked busted my ass to collect them all. And now that those particular movies are getting upgraded by the same company with lesser features, I don't know.
Yeah.
If I was
It's
smart,
tough,
I just wouldn't even buy them. I just wouldn't buy any of the 4Ks. Stick with what I got. Buy the few that I want. But you know, people that know me know better than that.
That's kind of my MO right now when it comes to them. Is like I'm just going to be a lot more picky because I did invest so much time, money, and effort into getting what I have. And obviously, if they come out with something like, let's say, I don't have, like for instance, one of the titles I've always kind of wanted that I passed on is House on Haunted Hill, and I could get it. But I'm not going to get it. I would rather not have it than not have it with the slip, only because I'm not like slip crazy. But when it comes to Scream Factory, every one of my collectors has a slip. I don't want just one without it. Like to me, it's not even worth me getting it if it's not going to have the slip. So like for something like that, if it came out on 4K, I'd jump on it in 2 seconds because I didn't get the other one. So like for someone like Ken, right, who didn't collect all the Scream Factory Blu-rays, like this is great for him because now he can catch up and not have to pay boatloads of money to do it. But for someone like me and you, it's kind of like, shoot, like you son of a gun, like come up with, if you're going to do 4Ks, like do something different, like do something we don't already have by the same company. And now
it's
with
a big juicy bite in the ass is what it is. It's a big juicy bite in the ass because I spent a lot of money for some of them damn things. And now I mean, come on, man. Yeah, it's a piss
right.
poor,
Like think about Texas
subject.
Chainsaw 2. Like they lost the rights. Obviously, Vinegar Syndrome's going to put out a sweet 4K, and then I'm sitting back there and I'm like, man, like I should just sell this. At this point, I'm not going to get as much as I would have got for it before they announced it. But like a part of me is like, I've got an Arrow one over here. I've got that one. Let me see what's on the special features for the Vinegar Syndrome one. And if it's all the same, I'm like, why don't I just dump this Scream Factory one? Because I'm not a completionist anymore when it comes to them. So to me, it doesn't really matter. But I think it's hard. And I'm sure you feel the same way. Like even though you have doubles, sometimes it's hard to let go of certain things. You know?
Yeah.
But so is there anything that you're hoping for tonight, or you just really haven't been paying too much attention to it?
I haven't paid too much attention. Like I said, I did that pre-order bundle, so I already know I got all that stuff coming. But I'm just gonna keep an eye out and see what's out there. There's not really any back titles that I really got my own that I want to grab, or anything like that. But I'm just gonna wait for the sale and see what happens. I really hadn't been reading that much into it. I'm really gonna save most of my money for the Severance sale in a couple weeks, next week, whenever it is, because there's not a whole lot of Vinegar stuff that I really got my own. But there's quite a few Severance titles that I want to pick up. And don't ask me to name them because I got a list, but I'm not familiar with a lot of these films. I just got buddies, whatever, that have got them. And it's a lot of crazy shit that I'm just going to kind of dive into. You know how Severin is. I got about 15 or 20 Severin titles, so I'm going to try to up my game in Severin a little bit. So that's my plan
Severin does a good job, man. But you're right. Like a lot of their stuff, I'm looking over here right now. I must have a pile of 30 Severin movies that are not even opened yet. I'm just so far behind on like my stuff, and Severin's being one of the main ones for it because I buy a lot during those sales. Alexander Lumberjack said he ordered the entire Vestron line from Amazon this month, and every one came with a slip. What? Really?
Wow.
I'm gonna have to look into that because that is crazy. Definitely. I mean, that's insane. But anyway, Pop, what is there anything you want to talk about as far as what you are doing over there on the channel right now, where people, like I said, have not had a chance to go check him out or have not voted for the horror YouTuber of the month? Check his stuff out and throw him a vote over on that video. Pop, what are you gonna say?
Well, right now, mainly what I'm doing right now for the most part is collecting these Scream Factory titles. So I have a lot of collection updates with. I got one with like 35 titles. I'm fixing to put one out now. I just finished that's got 50 titles. Of Scream Factory shit. I know it's ridiculous. That was a terrible damn video to edit. Boring as hell. But hopefully it's more fun for you guys to watch than it was for me to edit it. But I got probably one or two more of those that I still got to do when everything comes in. And then once I get done with that and I'm past the Scream Factory shit, I'm going to start doing more reviews and stuff like that. And I've been doing a lot of live streams. As you know, me and Johnny and Brad over at Category 3 and me and Brian Goes Blue, we do a lot of late night live streams on Friday and Saturday night. And we'll go 3-4 hours long. And we got a pretty good community building with that. That's been a lot of fun. And so we try to do that at least once or twice a month. But I really want to get into more reviews. I'm really focused on trying to get better doing reviews. Because as you know, a review is kind of an art. And if you don't really know, if you're really bad at reviews, the reviews are going to suck. And I feel like I've gotten better at doing reviews. I've only done a handful, but that's something I really want to focus on, over the next few months, is getting some more reviews out there. That's something I'm really interested in doing. But other than that, there's not a whole lot else going on. I'm still going to be collecting, a lot of movies, doing collection updates, unboxings, live streams, movie reviews, stuff like that. But anything boutique related, you'll be able to, it'll be going on here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, like I said when I nominate him, is just when it comes to boutique labels, like, to be honest, like, he's one of the people that I watch the most, because he'll post something and he'll be like 50 new Scream Factory titles. I'm like, 50? Like, how, why? So it's definitely
why's a good question.
And one of my favorite videos, if you guys haven't watched, because I've been watching Pop a long time, go find his Ghostbuster box set video. It's like my favorite.
And it's funny that that I don't like a monkey fucking a football. Excuse my language. In that video, and it's got more views than any of my other unboxings. By a long shot. And I'm like, what the hell? And I cut out 10 minutes of me cussing. I should have left it all in. But
you should have. It's one of those things where there's a couple people on YouTube that just, like, something happened in their video, and I was just like laughing. Like, so you guys already know my house has been under like a lot of renovations all year. So I'm just finally back in. It really kind of threw off a lot of things I had planned this year. But I can remember one night I wasn't home, and he messages me and says, "Hey, did you get the new Ghostbusters set?" And I said, "Yeah, it's at my house. I haven't gone and get it yet." And he goes, "Have you watched my video yet?" I said, "No." And he says, "All right, watch it." And then I watched it, and I was dying laughing. I messaged him back because he opened his thing, and there's, I don't want to say it. Basically, he didn't get the right discs in there, and he was like trying to like kind of play it cool, but you could tell in his head he was like, "Wait a minute, what's going on here?" And it was just so funny to watch because I didn't, doing a live unboxing basically, right? And all of a sudden being like, "Wait a minute, what the heck's going on here?"
Yeah, it's like, I just got screwed, and you can tell I paused. So I was like, "Oh, hold on a minute, something ain't right." And I'm not gonna lie, whenever you were doing yours, I mean, I was rooting for you, everything to be okay, but misery loves company. And when all yours was right, I was like, damn.
I know. And
it's got to be me all the time.
I said that in mine, too. I think I said, like, all right, Pops didn't work out that well. And then I've been seeing more posts of people kind of being like, yeah, mine didn't come with them right, too. So, it was like, I think Mel did one, too, where basically it was like, every time you turn the page, it was like a mystery. You weren't sure what you were going to see,
What's funny is I found somebody that had the wrong disc. They got doubles of the other disc that I didn't get, and so we just mailed each other the disc. So it was easy to fix. But I went ahead and emailed the company, which I guess was Sony, whoever it is, and and they replied back, like just one of those form letters. "Thank you for contacting us. We'll let you know." I forgot all about it. About maybe a month and a half later, I get a damn Ghostbusters disc in the mail, just the one disc I was missing. So they did send me the disc.
Oh wow!
So, but it took them like a month and a half to do it. So I was kind of surprised by
that. Huck's in the house, and he says, "Pops, what do you let your wife buy to balance out the movie hauls?"
Whatever she wants, and she knows the reason. See, she's smart because she knows when she goes to Target, when she goes to get her hair done or go to the mall, she knows I can't say shit because she's got a lot of credit built up with all the packages I get. And what's funny, when she beats me to the house, she'll get all the packages, lay them on the table, and take a picture of them, and go, "What the hell?" And there'll be 8 or 9 packages. If I got like a big day, like right now, get these Scream Factory titles, I'll have 7 or 8 packages come in at once. And it's funny, I'll be coming home trying to beat her to the house, and we got a front doorbell camera, So I'll get home and try to get them and throw them. Not that she cares, she just fucks with me about it. But she'll get them and lay them out on the table and take a picture and send it to me. I'm going, damn, busted.
That is so funny.
But no, she buys whatever she wants. I mean, like I said, we got a pretty good understanding that, as long as we don't go crazy, we just use our fun money, and we don't dip into the mortgage, then we're good.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm kind of in the same boat because people ask me all the time, like, "What does your wife say?" People come to the house and they're like, "How does she let you do this?" And it's kind of the same way. She doesn't bat an eye at any of this stuff because
mine don't
number one, she does her own thing and I don't care what she does, and I do my own thing when it comes to this, and she doesn't care what I do. And it's one of those things where we both we have, like you said, like there's different accounts, right? So we each have kind of an account that like nobody sees. It's almost considered like our do whatever you want with money. Then we, as long as they don't see one of us dipping into like these other joint accounts that's going to pay our mortgage or go into our savings, like we don't ask each other any questions because we know that we're being somewhat responsible, right? Like
as long as she don't come home and the lights are turned off, and and she wants to go grab a bite to eat, go, might want to wait till payday. As long as I ain't doing that, we're good.
Right, like it hasn't ever got to that point, so she doesn't really ever say much about it at all. And I think your wife is probably going to be, even cooler with you, because if you're giving her that car I sent you, that you bought her, maybe that's for her. She'll be, she'll let you do whatever the heck you want.
Hey, that's a good idea, because we paid hers off about 6 months ago, and we agreed to wait a year. So about 6 months, she's gonna be biting at the bit for a new car. So
you're gonna hide it until that
there you go.
Done.
I'll put a bow on it for Christmas.
Man, you are such a good guy over here. And Brian Goes Blues talking about the Ghostbusters set, and I agree. He said that's one of the shortest lived sets from a major studio. That thing went quick, and I'm surprised.
What's up with that, man? I mean, that's crazy.
It's pretty close, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just sat on it too long, but I feel like I couldn't believe how fast the Rambo set went. Like, I understand I could have got it. I passed on it a couple times, and then all of a sudden it was gone, and I'm like, oh my God, it must be coming back, and I haven't seen it back, and I kind of really regret not jumping on that. It's not like me to let things slide. I usually jump right on stuff, and it's kind of shame on me. Let me see what he says. What? No, she doesn't. I actually have. I've got two on pre-order. Dude, I've had those NECA ones pre-ordered for like 3 years. It's freaking nuts. 3 years I've had these pre-ordered, and nobody knows when these things are coming out. And I just pre-ordered that like plush one because my son always wants to open this one back here, and I don't want him to. So I said, all right, I'll get the plush one, and you can have it. So I've got 3 coming right now. 3 more.
I just ordered a damn $300 Rambo. I got a $300 First Blood Rambo coming. I just made my 4th payment of $79. So
wait,
that should be here. The
what
First
do you mean
Blood.
Rambo?
It's a 12-inch. I can't remember the name of the company, but go ahead and look on YouTube. There's a video out there of Sylvester Stallone doing an unboxing of this thing.
Is it him or like his head, or what is it?
No, it's a 12-inch a replica of John J. Rambo from First Blood. He's got his army jacket on, the patch. I mean, it's pretty detailed.
Wow.
They're selling them on Sylvester Stallone's website, whatever the name of that website is. But there's a YouTube video of Sylvester Stallone actually unboxing this thing, and I'm sitting there watching this. So there's no way I'm not buying this, And so this was back about I guess early February, and all they said was it was available late 2023. And so I went ahead and ordered it, and I broke it up in 4 payments. I just paid my last payment about 3 weeks ago. So I'm assuming one day later this year, I'm going to get a 12-inch Rambo in, and you'll see it on my shelf back here. So
that's awesome, man.
I'm pretty excited about that. I'm a big Rambo, big Sylvester Stallone fan. So
I just saw something Stallone. What was it?
But go out there and just look up a First Blood 12-inch figure, and you'll see a video. It's like an 8-minute video of Sylvester Stallone unboxing this thing, and it's I kind of geeked out over it. So
yeah, I'll definitely will. Actually, you know what it was? Somebody's releasing like a new 4K First Blood. Did you see that? Like a big set of First Blood 4K steel. It's like this huge set, but it's just the first one. Did you see? I posted it, I think, on my IG.
Yes.
I shared it.
Yes,
Some
I did.
company's coming out.
Yeah.
Zavi? Who is
Zavi. Yeah. And I got that Rambo 4K box set you're talking about, but I'm still going to buy that one because, I got issues.
Hey, man, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I get it. Trust me. Like,
that's a beautiful set, man. I got to grab that thing. So.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Like, I'm thinking about just probably grabbing it because I don't know if I'm going to ever find that Rambo set for a good price unless Best Buy just kind of re-releases it like they do with some of their stuff. Like, some of those steelbooks that you think are long gone end up getting like a second pressing. Because I grabbed like Roger Rabbit where I thought that thing was long gone, and all of a sudden I went on the site and it was like just sitting there, and I'm like, what? Like, this thing's been sold out for like ever. So I ended up grabbing it. So if you guys ever miss out on some Best Buy steals, like, don't ever go back and check in. They might be there. Look at category 3. Says 4 easy low payments of 69. It's like that's what happens. I think Pop's scrolling the internet at night and he's like, 4 easy payments. Okay, I can.
And that's something else that is dangerous as hell. Is y'all know PayPal's got that pay in 4? I'll get my phone and be like, son of a bitch, I got another pay in 4 coming out tomorrow. I got 9 pay in 4s coming out tomorrow. Holy shit! And those pay in 4s with PayPal is dangerous, man. You got to be careful with those. I'm talking to myself.
That might be what happens tonight, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, so, the pay in 4 comes in handy when you got like tonight. Will come in handy.
See. So, Brian's just got them all at slips and not the steelbook set. So let me ask you this, man, because we're talking about physical media and stuff like that. That great, awesome backdrop you have there, the movie room itself. What are things like for you right now with space? Because me being a collector of all this stuff for probably 20 years now, at least, it's catching up with me, and I have a pretty big place here, and I'm like at a point where I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Like, I've really got to figure out how I'm gonna create more space and not have it just look cluttered. Are you running into any problems with that? And if you are, what are you doing besides just building more shelves? Like, are you boxing things up? Like,
I haven't gotten to that point yet. What you see behind me now is what I have. Now, we recently built, and I got a video of this, but we recently built 2 wall shelves to put all my box sets on. And I got a closet in the other room that I call it my closet of shame. It's all my old, like the $5 bins at Best Buy. You go and just find some random Blu-rays. I keep all that stuff in there. The only thing that's in here is my boutique stuff. And so what you see is behind me now, and I got my box sets on the wall. And that's all the space I got right now. Now, probably in the next month or so, we're going to build half shelves, like you see back here, going the length of this room. It's going to be about 30 feet, give or take, of shelving. And
wow, that's going to be a lot of extra space.
It's going to be a lot of space, but whenever that's full, then I'm down to boxes. I don't have a plan past that. So
yeah, that's where I'm at now. I've got to really, but I mean, dude, I also have a room. I'm going to do a room tour. I'm going to film it very, very soon.
Okay.
I have another room here that I have pretty much all my stuff, but like I have walls of DVDs. And what I'm doing is I'm taking the DVDs down and toting them up when I get, upgrades or whatever. But it just sucks because DVD was like my main thing for so long. And man, I've got so many. And I'm like, man, this is just taking up so much, real estate is all these DVDs. And it's just interesting. Like, do you have that, or did you start like heavy with Blu-rays mostly?
Well, it's kind of funny. We'll go back just a little bit here. When I started collecting, I was doing VHS tapes, and by the time I got divorced, I've got my first DVD player, and I bought my first couple DVDs. And when DVDs came out, I kind of went nuts, and I said, okay, I'm gonna get rid of my VHS to make. I was living in an apartment at the time. I'm gonna get rid of my VHS, start going crazy on DVDs. A buddy came in and bought all my VHSs. He walked out with like 4 garbage bags full of VHS tapes. Gave me like $500, which was ridiculous if I still had those. But and then I started going nothing but DVD. And then of course my DVD started getting upgraded to Blu-ray. And whenever I upgrade something, I get rid of the old. I don't keep, like, if I upgrade a DVD to a Blu-ray or Blu-ray to a 4K, I get rid of the old one. I don't keep the Blu-ray or the I do that for space. And plus, like I said, I got 4 kids. There's always one of them that says, "Well, give me the Blu-ray. I'll take that. I'll take this."
Right.
They're like a bunch of them, like a bunch of buzzards coming around grabbing stuff. But
yeah. But I mean, that's good that you have that, because it's, to be honest, like, what's tough now and why I hate to get rid of stuff is Mel makes a good point over here. I think that was Mel that came in. Who was that? Oh, yeah. A lot of DVD releases end up being better. Well, yeah, like in some aspects, like a lot of those Anchor Bay like editions, like not necessarily they look better, but I think the overall packaging is just way cooler on some of those DVDs back then. And obviously those ones I'm keeping displayed and all that stuff. Like anything like fancy or whatever, like I'm keeping those around. But you also I would almost rather give my kids the DVDs or whatever than try to, the time and effort to sell it, get nothing for it. You pay for shipping. At the end of the day, you're like, I'm going to make what, $3 on this? So here, take it. Like, I think that's probably a better deal for you.
And also, before I started collecting these boutique titles, I mean, truthfully, my DVDs and my VHSs, all that stuff, I didn't get into the boutique stuff and really the collecting. I was more of, I'm going to go to Walmart, I'm going to go to Target, see what they got. I'm going to get 7 or 8 titles out of this little dumpster bin. You know, I didn't care nothing about packaging or slip covers, or I didn't even know what the damn boutique title was. I was into getting the movies, not really into the collecting part. And so, really, the stuff I'm giving away, or you know, stuff like that, is really nothing of value. It's not going to be one of the Anchor Bay collector sets or nothing, none of that stuff. I didn't really get into that until all this crap.
But at the same time, like, as much as, like, when I look at this room, like, as much as it's might have a lot of movies in it, like, look at that backdrop right there. Like, that probably looks nice just in a room itself. Like, it looks fancy. It doesn't look sloppy. It doesn't look like condensed. It looks like a nice, you know, someone walks in there, they're like, oh wow, this is nice. It doesn't look like junk, you know what I mean? So that's kind of a good thing, I think, as well, is that you're really good at keeping it like kind of sharp and clean looking, even though you have a lot of stuff. And I try to kind of do the same thing. Yeah, like, and that's like me too. Like, I tell people all the time, like, when you watch my movie room tour and stuff, what you see back here is like the most stuff clutter in this room. Like, I try to make sure like everything has its spot, everything's displayed properly, everything. I don't have like just stuff all over the floor and stuff like that. But I was laughing. Oh, Subjective Perspective says Pop's going to have some of those shelves Kurt Russell was building in Overboard.
Yeah, he mentioned that the other day, and I'm like, and damn light bulb went up. Damn, that's a hell of an idea. There's got to be a YouTube video of somebody making those. That's a hell of an idea.
Funny. That's so funny. Scatterbrain, what's up? He says, what are my and your rarest movie in the collection? You know, like, I think if off the top of my head, I'm going to say, and I could have something old that's worth it, but like, dude, that damn Slumber Party Massacre double set is like pretty damn pricey, right? And in the sleepaway camps with the that's the other one that you need.
That's one of the double features I need.
Okay, so that and like the sleepaway camps are pretty pricey. So I'm gonna say that Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3 might be my most valuable, maybe. I mean, I have like an Evil Dead tin signed by Bruce Campbell. I have a Lost Boys DVD signed by Corey Haim. I mean, I don't know if those are considered more valuable just due to the things like that, but I don't know what else I would have that I think I would consider valuable. I don't know. What do you think, man?
It's hard off the top of my head. I mean, some of the ones I know are the most valuable ain't really that sexy to talk about. I got the Dolls collector's edition with a slip, and that's ridiculous how much that thing costs. This Clint Eastwood box set right behind me. I don't think it's out of print or anything like that, but that's going for crazy money right now. That's everything he's ever done, produced, directed, starred in, whatever. That's the entire collection. And I got that from Zavi like 2 years ago, and it's like doubled in price since I got it. Just to the side of that is a Jaws set from something called UHD Club. It's something I just picked up, and it's limited to only 333 pieces. That's like number 80 of 333. And I just grabbed that last week. That was my birthday present. So that's pretty rare. But you know, the Halloween box set, nothing too sexy to talk about. You know, just stuff that a lot of other people have, but it's out of print.
I have the Finnegan Syndrome RAD. I know that's pretty.
Yeah, I have RAD, and I got Jack Frost with the lenticular slip. That was another one. I got the what is it? The one that's got the elevator door opening? Is it not Madman? What's that one?
Is it Frogtown?
No, I had Frogtown. I just recently got rid of that one.
Actually. Oh, was it Slaughterhouse?
Yes, I got that one.
Yeah, Slaughterhouse. Yeah.
I picked up Penitentiary 1 and 2 with slips. Those are fairly rare. I'm trying to think. It's hard on the spot, man, to think of some of this stuff. I'll get off the stream and think of 10 things.
I know. I feel the same way. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like, a lot of those old Vinegar Syndrome with the slips are worth it just because the rarity of the slip covers. And, you know, luckily I was right there at the beginning of Vinegar Syndrome's drop. So I got a lot of that early stuff for sure that a lot of people go nuts for now. Dead Pit Radio says the shirt Pop has on is actually on sale right now. Pop's Movie Dungeon exclusive tee is on sale at shop.deadpit.com for $13. Wow, you guys are going to jump on that for sure.
Go grab one. I bought 7 of them myself.
It gets to the top of the list. Like
I'm like, oh shit, I got a t-shirt with my face on it. I went, like, my wife was going to bed. I woke her up. I called all my kids. I bought my kids one. I bought everybody one. If you watch the video of us hanging these shelves up,
I saw
everybody that was helping me are all wearing my shirt.
It's like you have
a choice.
Yeah, you have like a security street team, building team over there. See, like he's got a whole entourage over there. I love it.
Yeah.
Dave G, yes, we'll be going live in probably like 10 minutes. So we're gonna kind of start wrapping this thing up. But let me see what they said here. Subjective asks, "What's your favorite boutique label currently? Is it still?" You got to say probably Scream Factory as a whole, or is there someone you like better, but you're just collecting Scream?
No, you would think with all this shit, it's gonna be Scream Factory, but for me right now, it's probably Arrow. You know that Wild Things, the True Romance, those limited edition sets from Arrow. Arrow is my favorite boutique label right now. I know it doesn't seem that way. It's just right now I'm playing catch up. And once I get done playing catch up, Scream Factory is going to be in the mix with everything else. But right now, the releases I get most excited about are those Arrow limited edition sets. They're just gorgeous, man. I love them. That Wild Things set, man, I absolutely love that thing. And I did my top 10 for last year, and that True Romance limited edition set was number 1. I mean, that was a great release. So
I have to agree. I'd have to say Arrow for me as well. The stuff they're doing is just their presentation is always really nice. Those big boxes still look beautiful. The artwork looks great. What comes with them are, it's standard, but it's cool, man. And I like the fact that when you line all those up together in those big boxes, just how nice it looks, displayed and stuff. So I would probably say Arrow too. And I like what they're doing as well. I've talked about this before with, like, Phantom of the Mall to me was such a great release because it was so different than like a mainstream title. It's almost like they took the Vinegar Syndrome approach and said, we're going to pretty up this movie that, needs it. And I think they did a hell of a job with that. And I hope they do more limited edition things like that with movies. Like, I wouldn't have minded if they did a limited edition box set for Girls Night Out, right? Like, I wish they would have gave that a little bit of a bigger treatment. Like, I'm curious to see what else they have up their sleeve that they're going to do that with. And like, I know they're coming out with Hell High. Is it Hell High? What are they doing? I don't remember. It's I don't know. I think they're doing Hell High or something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
What's the one that was inside? What was the one that was inside the Wild Things? There was like a little slip that told you what movie they're working on. You remember?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Let's see if I can get it. I get Wild Things right here. Let me see. Kino's doing great, man. I mean, Kino is always on top as far as the movies are getting. The thing with Kino, though, it's like, they don't pretty the things up as much as like Arrow does, but the quality of what Kino does is on point. Oh no, this one has Desperado is coming out.
Yeah, Desperado. That's the one that I got in mind was Desperado.
Oh yeah, that's the one. I don't know what I'm thinking of then. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Maybe someone can help me. If Brian goes blues in here, he'll know.
Yeah, Brian will know if he's still out there.
Desperado. But yeah, so anyway, guys, listen, like, I apologize. I know I wanted to keep this around like an hour. We didn't jump on till probably like 15 past. That was on me, getting home from work just at the nick of time. But we also have that stream coming up right after this one on my channel with Dead Pit to do our annual Vinegar Syndrome sale. So hopefully, I don't know if you got something going on tonight, Pop, after this, or if you're going to hang out in the chat or what.
No, I'm going in the chat. That's my rituals, hanging out with them on the Black Friday stuff. Man, it's a blast. That's where I said that.
So, guys, thank you so much. I mean, we've been hanging around like 50 to 60 people all night. So I definitely appreciate it because I know that a lot of people are streaming tonight. So the fact that you guys hung out with us, I really appreciate that. And I hope that you guys stick around and hang out with us on the Vinegar Syndrome stuff because the guys at Dead Pit, they're going to make it super fun and interesting. We got, we'll be a lot of laughs, I'm sure, especially when we see the drops that are going to happen. And come buy along with us. Uncle Bill's always good for buying a lot on these sales. And Pop, man, thank you so much for coming on. And guys, I'm going to do my best to try to get GCAP and Flesh Wound on here before Tuesday. It's going to be tough. Things are crazy right now for me and everybody else, and it's a holiday weekend. So I will do my best, and I'll be announcing the winner next week. So guys, go check out that video. And if you like Pop on here, go sub to his channel and give him a vote for the next horror YouTuber of the month. Pop, what else do you want to say? Tell them what's coming up. Tell them where they can find you. And I got all his links in my description. So, Pop, if you want to promote your stuff for anybody who doesn't follow you, you can do it now.
All right, guys. You come over and check out my channel. Always talking movies. Always spending way too much money on boutique titles. So come over and check it out. Pop's Movie Dungeon. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube. That's where I hang out at the most. I try to do TikTok, but I pretty much advertise my YouTube videos on TikTok. I ain't quite figured all that out yet. But Garrett, thank you so much for nominating me, man. It was an honor. Even if I don't win, just being nominated was awesome. Congratulations on winning last month. But you guys go out there and vote for me if you deem me worthy. I would I can't promise you nothing but a thank you. But I'm, you know, I feel like I'm politicking here. You know, but
hey man, sometimes you got to do it. You know, you got to do it.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not good at that. I've been trying my best this month to promote it as much as possible. But guys, I would appreciate the votes. And Garrett, thanks again, man. This has been a blast. Thank you for taking the time tonight. I know you had a long day, but I appreciate you having me on, man.
No problem. I'm doing, like I said, I want to do my best for you guys who are the nominees and get you just, you know, some new people checking out your stuff, because that's why I voted for you. These are all channels, guys, that I feel like the eyeballs need to be on if they're not, because like I said, the community right now is seems like there's just a resurgence with new people, you know, talking good content. And I just want to kind of give them, you know, some eyeballs on their stuff, kind of like Justin did for me. So, and Mel and everybody else that was voted in the past, like, it's just a real nice way for people to be like, oh wow, like there's some good people doing some new stuff on here.
It's a great idea, man.
What's nice about it too is it's like you get a lot of collabs, right? So there's more people that you've got in your network, and everybody kind of helps each other out, and hopefully we entertain you guys and give you some awesome content to wake up and if you're up at 4 a.m, you can find Pop and Brian and you know, and Johnny and Brad. They're all hanging out on the live stream at like 4 a.m. when I'm waking up to go to work. So it's interesting.
Yeah. What's crazy, man, is we're keeping 25, 30, 35 people in those streams to 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, man. So,
Isn't it nuts? Like
awesome.
sometimes I'll do like the rad up all night if I have like nothing going on, like wife's sleeping, I'm just like down here. I'm like, you know, I'll go on and just kind of bullshit or whatever.
Right.
And all of a sudden it's like 1:30 in the morning and there's like almost 40 people in the chat. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
And I hate getting off, right? Because I'm like, I feel bad just bouncing, but I'm like, wow, it's like, it's either people aren't sleeping or I'm like, is everybody from like the West Coast or something like that? You know, I don't know. But man, I truly appreciate you guys hanging out here with us tonight. Make sure you guys stick around. I'm going to hop back on in probably like 5 minutes to go live again. So thank you guys. Don't go anywhere, or actually, yeah, go click the other stream. But Pop, again, man, thank you so much for coming on. I truly appreciate it. Man. And good luck in the next couple days on this, and keep killing it, man, because we know Pop can't